a successful day. Friday.
This ain't a beer.
This is the.
Those of us with hair on our balls.
This is the campiest drink I could possibly have.
Yeah. Hey man, each to their own. Hey. Yeah. So today was awesome for me, even though everybody else is a little down about it, but you know, who do?
So, sure, basically, start off and fill us in on why it was a good day for you.
I met Phil Spencer.
And you did that.
Woo!
The first thing this morning.
Yeah.
You had your seal and you had your peak. You met
Yeah.
Lord.
I got there at 8 o'clock. I went to all the games I had to cover, and then I met Phil Spencer, and then I did my 360 photo, and I was spent.
So you just walked around for the last 6 hours going, no, I'm done now.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like before
Well-
you guys got here, I was like, I'm done. Yeah.
The rest of us walked around for 6 hours going, this is average.
Yeah. I wish this was better.
We set a very high bar in 13 and 14 as well. Like, they were both great years. Last year was a bit average, which we discussed when we were a lot smaller than this. There was only 3 of us sat around the table talking about how bad it was. Actually, we didn't get it much love last year either. I felt this year was lacking in games for a start. Like, the fact that there was lines for everything and you couldn't just walk up to something that's not out yet and go, oh, I'm going to play that.
Yeah.
Like, everything was behind curtains, everything was behind a door, and the queues for everything was like an hour. Lauren, I think I said to you at some point, there's literally a queue everywhere I go and stand, and it feels like the booths are not being serviced by enough people, so queues are longer, and it's like, it's just, you stand there and go, this is coming out next week. Like you said about Mafia, like, I get Mafia on Friday, why am I going to stand in line for an hour and play it?
Yeah.
Like you with Gears. Gears comes out in a couple of weeks, why am I going to stand in line for 2 hours to
Well,
play it?
I played it twice, so you know.
So you went back on that kind of
The
ideology.
first time I was in there, I only played half of the campaign mission because I was like, well, I was keeping an eye on my time because I only had that hour to smash everything. So I was kind of rushing it. I didn't really enjoy it. And then when Dan and I went back, holy crap! Like we got the special treatment as I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
All the others walked in because they wanted.
T-shirt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All the others went into horde mode, and this guy's like, "You guys, what do you want?" And we're like, "We'll do campaign." And so we walked in. He sent them all off to their little TVs. He's like, "You two over here, massive 4K screens on PCs." And we're fucking yeah.
Okay, I like this campaign.
Yeah, and it looked amazing. So that was great. I enjoyed my second time around, obviously, so it was a bit more relaxed. But yeah, but same deal. I didn't want to play it too much. Luckily, it was only a really short part of the campaign, so I haven't really spoiled it for myself.
Yeah. So given we've got we've each been in taking like at different booths throughout the day, sort of what they had there on offer, the Razors, the Astros, the Turtle Beach weren't there.
No.
They have a thing going, hey, come see Turtle Beach, but they weren't there.
Same
But,
with Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers weren't
They
there.
didn't have a
yeah.
booth.
Logitech and people like that. We all had different ones to cover, which we'll get up on the site in a couple of days. So I don't want to focus on games that we did play, because that's the whole reason for going. And we'll start on the outside. Kira.
So I played 2 games today, I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Can't stop this
Tell
day.
me.
Yeah. So the first one that I played was the Resident Evil one, and that was the Resident Evil VR experience, and that was, it seemed more just like a tech demo kind of thing where they were trying to show us what they could do with VR, and the equipment they could use as well. They were particularly advertising the headphones. It was a good experience. It was quite frightening. I screamed a little bit.
I could hear it through my headphones.
But
Yeah.
do we have video of this? Because you two went and did that together, right? Is there?
Yeah, we can film in there.
You didn't film in there. Oh, yeah. You weren't allowed to film in there, or you just couldn't?
I didn't think we could.
No.
We both played
They
at the same time, though,
They
weren't
had
we?
people in there with GoPros, so
Right. So hopefully at some point online it'll surface that
yeah.
you two are literally shitting your pants.
Yes.
On
I
camera.
was the entire time like this, and you couldn't see my face, but behind the VR, my eyes were squinting, like closing. I didn't like. It didn't feel real, but it was immersive. And that's something that I think is quite different between the PlayStation and between the PlayStation VR and between like the Oculus Rift, which I've also played with before.
So how does it compare in terms of immersion? What's more immersive?
Oculus Rift most definitely. I don't know what it is about it, but it's more immersive. The PlayStation, when you put it on, it feels like, okay, I'm in VR, whereas Oculus Rift, it's like, okay, this feels real kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
more
Can you
extra
tell
symmetry.
the difference between like, if is it more comfortable? Is it
PlayStation was way more comfortable.
Okay.
In saying that, I was playing like a developer thing of the Oculus Rift, so it wasn't the
It
one
wasn't
that
a-
Yeah,
release.
not a consumer one. But the PlayStation one was a lot lighter, and a lot like more padded.
Yeah, after like a couple of seconds, I forgot I was even wearing a headset, to be honest.
That's what that it needs to be, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It can't not be that. If it's uncomfortable, you're gonna notice it's there. You're gonna get it's gonna become intrusive. You're not gonna want it on your face. And it's, you know, these experiences like Resident Evil has been tipped as the first fully fledged AAA game for that space, so it needs to be comfortable to play
Yeah.
through.
The question is, would you buy one?
Beforehand, I was very much like against it. It just seems quite gimmicky to me. But after that, I am now more on the fence.
I'm gonna put my pre-order down when I get my pay next.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you're convinced.
it was awesome. I never really used the VR before, and then when I did that, like even in a part in that, you get stabbed in the leg. I swear to God, I felt like I was getting stabbed in the leg. It was awesome. I loved it so much. Yeah.
Right, we need to get you some counselling because
I just say that feel.
being stabbed in the leg is not, it's not something we should be striving to. And while we're on PlayStation VR, I think you two were the only ones that got to try anything out in it. We tried to get into see Batman, but we were unsuccessful. It's okay. We'll try tomorrow. What do we think about
Bob and Skull in the house.
Chase a beer?
Is that yours?
That is
No,
mine.
no.
Yeah, it's
I've got an Uncharted thing.
I decline the call.
That's
Edit. With PlayStation VR, I've lost my train of thought because what were we talking about it?
Because they love
Oh
it.
no, I just wanted to put a note on it. The fact that it did win best in show. It won best product. So there's a big like statue with EB Games best in show for the PlayStation VR. So obviously, more than you guys were impressed with it. I'm very surprised that you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm ordering.
I was blown away.
Have you used any kind of virtual
No,
reality before?
I haven't touched virtual reality. I was blown away. So maybe if I see an Oculus, I'll be blown away even more by then.
Yeah, but then you have to remember that Palmer Luck is a knobhead, and not give that man any money.
All right, never
Yeah,
mind.
that's true.
PlayStation.
True story. So, what were your thoughts of the actual game though? You played the game as well, Resident Evil.
Well, I didn't like. It wasn't the game. I think the game you could play elsewhere. I think Dan played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't in virtual reality.
Yeah,
so
so
the
it was
experience
just-
that you had, how did it go for you?
Yeah, what happened?
What
Well,
happened?
it was
in
all
it?
static. It
Yeah.
was a static experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't a game. I wouldn't call it
So
a
you're
game.
like
Right.
tied up in a chair.
But you're controlling nothing.
Is this
things
the
are
key
You
happening
control
around
nothing.
you.
All you can do is you
Yeah.
can like lean forward and you can look around.
Right.
Yes, this is the
And you
kitchen.
can move your
kitchen
arms up
demo.
and down.
Kitchen
right.
demo, yeah.
It was the
Okay.
kitchen
Yeah.
demo. Fair
I
enough,
think
fair enough.
it was more showcasing the Plantronics headphones
Headsets.
that they've made specifically for the PlayStation VR.
Yeah. So even though we're going to talk about that in our own articles and written pieces and
Yeah.
stuff for the different booths, you use Plantronics as is.
Yeah.
Your headset. What are anyone's like improvement?
Pretty much the same, to be honest. It's all
Two.
the same to me.
Easy. You're not an audiophile.
That's going to be a
Yeah,
short
right.
video.
Oh, I'm not covering this.
Dan, you've managed to play a couple of games today.
Yeah, so I played Resident Evil, but as not the VR stuff, just with the headphones and playing through. It's different to the demo that they released at E3, which I was afraid they were going to do, and I'd be like, oh come on, this has been out since June. But it was different. You were this girl with a video recorder. I don't know why she's holding a video recorder, but she's screaming to this person, whoever's going to be watching the video, like, please come and save me, help me, find out what's happening here. And then there's this creepy lady out in the distance saying, where are you going? You gotta come, you gotta come back. And then you just have to start sprinting and running away from this woman. And you're pushing doors open and you're trying to find a way, and slowly, especially wearing the headsets, and you hear them slowly come to, and Turtle Beach was the headsets.
Yeah.
And slowly you just hear her catching up to you, and you're trying to find doors, and you run through.
I think that's going to be a very key part.
And then
of
she eventually
the
catches you and pulls you around. She's got this ugly face, whatever. But
And
yeah,
you
I
bricked it a
died
little
there.
bit. You bricked it a little bit.
I died there, and then it was like, it went back to the last, save point, and it wanted me to start again. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, especially the headsets. It was just, it's creepy as hell.
But that's the thing. That's why I always say to people about having a headset with 7.1 audio in it makes the world of difference.
Yeah.
You're playing something like that. I remember playing Outlast,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah. 15 minutes. I was like, no thanks.
This was
I'm done
fun.
with this experience. It adds to the immersion. It's the thing, like your eyes are witnessing something, but the extra sensory sounds, they're incredible. But that's probably where Turtle Beach were then.
Yeah.
They were hiding away in the Resident Evil demo.
So, as Chunk said before, we got to play Gears of War, which was really good. I really liked the destructible environments in that game, where there's all this stuff happening, you can shoot different things and the environment acts with you, which was really cool. It does get in pretty close, which I can't remember if it got that close during the other games, because I haven't played them in so
In
long.
terms of the over-the-shoulder.
Yeah,
third-person
especially when
view.
you're sprinting or you hold the left trigger and you get into firing in, it comes in real close. But it makes it really much more intense as well. So I don't know if that's a bad or a good thing.
Yeah.
So that was really good. But and the last one, because I only played 3 games, the last one I got to play was Horizon Zero Dawn. where-
Now, we've specifically not asked you any questions about this all day, so we can hear what you thought.
Yeah, I know. So I was in line for about a good hour and 15. I was messaging you guys and I was like, oh, I've done South Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like, oh, I'm off to
done.
this thing. I'm like, I'm still here. I'm walking around the corner. So I got in. They showed us a demo of the guy playing. I specifically got one of the guys to come over and I'm like, so is this playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro or is this playing on the PlayStation? So he told me, because I was like, this looks amazing, and it was on like a 70-inch TV or something. I'm like, I didn't know what this is on. Anyway, it was just on a normal PlayStation 4. So I was like, oh, because apparently they don't have the 4K codes for it yet.
To run the actual.
Yeah, to run the actual game. So he played through, which is pretty much the same. If you've seen the E3 demo that they played, it's pretty much the same as that. And then we got to jump up and get some hands-on with it. And it's one of those things where you know you're only going to have a certain period of time with this game. It's like, how much can I actually explore and get it all? There's a lot of, and I said this in my reaction video as well, there's a lot of like picking up stuff, like you would in, say, Mass Effect, where you pick up herbs and stuff to help with like your health. There's a lot of sneaking. The controls are a little bit different to how you expected. You have like a light and heavy attack, which is like your R1 and R2. You have squares to get down into like a sneak position instead of what you normally do a circle, which is dodge.
Yeah, that is
So it's a little bit different, but you get used to it after a while. And the big thing was learning how to mount the buffalo type machines, which took me a little bit, but I eventually got it. And when you got it, you felt like just empowered when you did it. And then you just wanted to run. You just wanted to run with it, but then it would tell you to get back into the zone because it didn't have anything beyond
There's
that.
no code beyond that.
Yeah, they didn't want you to go past it. But it just, you felt good when you were able to fire an arrow or set up an explosive, or when you're able to successfully do something to one of these animals, you just felt like yes, it was like a successful, like empowering thing. Yeah, it was really good.
It's excitement though, isn't it? That's what you want to have from. I'm pleased that you've come out and gone, yeah, it's probably as good as people say. Like it's going to be that kind of experience.
And on his game 3, he showed a little bit of the crafting, which I didn't get to do in mine, just because I was just trying to work out how everything worked. But it was, it looks like there's a lot of deep crafting stuff that you can do with the arrows.
I get a very Witcher kind of sense from it, which I'm totally fine with, because Witcher 3 is one of the best games I've made.
adequate. And beautiful.
So Lauren, did you play anything else?
Yeah, I played South Park. Fractured butthole.
You see, like, because of how we did the second session, and we were like, right, media was still in the area, so it was like we got up and we're like, right, we 10 minutes to beat the queue, and I come to a point where I was torn. I was like, South Park, Call of Duty. I was like, I want to play South Park more, but they had the Nose-Gillis riff thing out, and they was like, be aware, like this is gonna make you feel fucking sick. And I was like, I already don't feel brilliant. Yeah, I'll go play Call of Duty.
They didn't
So,
have any of those in there though.
How was what the
Yeah,
nose?
whatever that was, yeah, didn't have it.
So how was the game?
It was pretty good. It looks very similar to the first one, which is totally fine because the first one
It
was
looks like
great.
South Park.
Yeah, pretty much. But they've changed the combat. So in the first one it was turn-based. It's still turn-based in this one, but instead of just being stationary, you can actually move around.
Right.
So everyone's moving as well at the same time.
So the enemies move too.
Yeah, enemies move and you move. So if you line yourself up, and certain attacks go certain distances. So if you line yourself up, they can just go. Whoop. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a South Park game.
More South Park. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed it's been delayed, but you know they delayed it last time and it ended up being amazing. So win-win.
It's an advantage of being a South Park game though, because you can keep the same.
It's the same engine. They don't need to change the engine.
The same thing, and then they look the same. Like you don't have to update
There's no
the character models.
The thing is, I wouldn't even care if it was exactly the same, just a different story, because
Yeah,
I enjoyed
just
that
change the
first
story
one
up,
so
yeah.
much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sean, did you play anything other than Gears of War?
Yes.
Good to know.
Continue.
I like that.
And it was clearly really
This is
great.
going.
That was like I'm in a daydream.
Yes! Yeah, I was just recollecting. I played Dead Rising 3, Forza Horizon 3. Oh, Dead Rising 4,
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 3. Yeah, Gears. What was the other game I played? Must have been that good.
Can't have been that good.
Yeah, I can't remember. I played two other things.
Fine.
You played Final Fantasy.
I played-
I
there you
filmed
go.
you playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, yeah. So I'll start there actually because I was a little disappointed. It just doesn't demo well. So I was saying that to Jane while I was playing, like, this is a game I can play by myself, chilled out, because it's not really like action oriented. You just literally hold down one button and attack, and wait till the enemy dies, and then do it again, and do it again, and then just continue with the story. So it doesn't demo very well, and there's like long distances to walk from one waypoint to the next, and it's just like a lot of nothing. So in a 20-minute thing, I had like 3 fights, so it was like whatever.
Watching you do that entire thing, all I saw happen on the screen was you move from checkpoint to checkpoint.
Yeah.
Go over here now and talk to this person.
Yeah.
Now go over here and talk to this person. Maybe go over here and talk to this person. Now just hold B.
Yeah, that's the attack. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
literally what you do for 20 minutes while I'm stood there. Just
Oh,
going
but every now and then you'd have to block.
with
Ease up. Oh man, intense. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'd like it. I'm gonna buy it still. Just the demo is disappointing, just because I would have thought they would have put it in a more closed area, not open wide, just so they can showcase combat a bit more. But
You got to be careful with demos too, because they do. Like they changed the AI, so it does act a bit more
Yeah.
nice to you. I noticed that in Gears of War too. Like I could have died a couple of times there, but
yeah,
somehow they always came over to revive
Yeah.
me in time. Like,
yeah.
yeah. I feel like they're a bit nicer.
Well, I didn't even finish my demo time. I had 20
no,
minutes.
we walked away, didn't we?
Yeah, I was like, no, that's enough. I've got it. Forza Horizon 3 looks amazing. I can't wait. I have my copy waiting at home. I just don't have an Xbox yet. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that demo. It solidified my want. I usually play the mainline Forza games, so this is the first Horizon game I've had.
Because
Australia.
Because Australia, yeah, literally. I didn't pick up Horizon 2 because I was like, meh. But then Australia, I'm like, yeah. So keen for that. Dead Rising 3, I don't know what to think of it. 4, fuck, why are you saying 3? Oh, fuck.
Games they come in through.
Yeah, so 4, I'll just call it 4 just to get it straight. Yeah, it's not the prettiest game in the world, but there's a shit ton of zombies on screen, like more than we've ever seen. So that was impressive. It's totally given up its any kind of seriousness whatsoever. It's very like Sunset Overdrive almost, like in its humour and the way it's presented and how it's just like anything goes. So that was refreshing. I'm not going to buy it. It's not my cup of tea, but I can definitely see. I know people that would love it. So I didn't finish my demo time on that one either because I just got bored. Just because it's all it was like hack and slash, and I was like, well, cool. Righto.
Go play something else.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely I can understand the appeal, but it's just not my bag. Otherwise, yeah, Gears 4 definitely my highlight. I played Horde. I actually had 2 demos in the morning before we did that second one. I had to go at Horde and had to go to the campaign. I can't wait to get into Horde mode.
It's only a week.
Yeah, man.
A week away.
Played the absolute balls out of Horde mode in Gears 3.
Microsoft's
Oh yeah.
press conference as well.
Yes.
What has happened in that? Because I'm pretty sure all of us missed.
Yeah.
Didn't get.
Well, it's basically nothing we've seen, or nothing different than we've seen before. It was all showcase of games that are coming out that we know that are there. They're on the floor, so it's like, hell, whatever. But yeah, then Phil Spencer came out and
Your friend.
yeah, we're besties now.
Wait, stop. And you interrupted his lunch.
Oh yeah.
I did. Sorry.
Phil Spencer, head of Xbox Internationally, and Dan opened the door while he's having his lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said to you guys earlier today, I equate what he was doing on stage today was like Steve Jobs is to Apple as Phil Spencer is to Xbox.
Was.
Yeah.
Too soon?
Yeah. Never. But yeah, so that was cool. He was very upfront and honest with the crowd. He thanked Australia, especially because apparently Xbox is doing really well here, especially the S model. And he's very honest about changes that he's made since he came on and took the job. He basically said he didn't directly apologise for the previous model, like the big VCR looking thing, but he kind of pointed it out, like, you know, we understand that it was as big as an old 80s VCR. We changed that. You know, we got rid of the power brick because you guys wanted it. And it's very about us as gamers. And he kept saying, go to our voice your opinions or whatever it was. There's a website for Xbox that you can go to submit your requests on what you want. And he kept saying, go there, just keep telling us, give us feedback, and we'll make it whatever you want. Then he talked a bit more about the difference between S and Scorpio. And he's like, yeah, maybe we jumped the gun on announcing it, but we thought we want to be transparent with you guys about what our plans are and what we're doing. We wanted to tell you that it was coming out now rather than release it next year, just to be honest, and not be like, here's an S, and then next year, here's a Scorpio. You know, we want to tell you straight up, just so you know, everything's going to be okay, like it's all going to be all compatible. So that was cool. And he came down and high-fived a bunch of people and stuff, so that was cool.
Like Oprah.
Yeah. Well, it was cool. Like,
You get an Xbox.
the vibe of the room was cool. Like everybody was happy and like he was very nice and honest. Like he wasn't a suit, you know.
Was he jet lagged? He
No.
looked tired as fuck in that picture you had taken with him.
Well, no,
He's been here for a while.
yeah.
I've been here for like 3 days now. Though, right?
He was jet flag as hell in those Xbox videos that he did in front of Sydney Harbour. But he was alright. When I talked to him, he was like, he was there and coherent.
It was
You
the
know?
morning.
Yeah.
He was just looking through you going, yeah.
Yeah. I understand. You're a fan.
It does speak a lot though, like, because there's the report that came out this morning. I can't remember who got it, but basically Phil Spencer said in the interview that when they were releasing Xbox One, their hopes were to sell 200 million Xbox Ones at the time, and it kind of shows that the people that were running it when it launched, and now Phil Spencer being in the driver's seat, how they're like, no, we have to scale it back. Just cater to gamers. Let's get them happy first. Like,
Yeah.
let's cater to them.
Yeah. Hey, you kept
He's a
reiterating
good
that.
guy.
Yeah.
Let's stop being Microsoft and start being the Xbox division that are owned by
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he's done a great job of, and I'm very pleased you got to meet him. I'm
Oh.
jealous that we didn't get to meet him.
Oh man.
Because we were too busy waiting for fucking t-shirts.
Which
And-
are great.
Yeah.
So you see, like my whole thing was like we could, when we were doing some kind of content, it's like, oh, this awesome place in Brisbane did our t-shirts and they were really cool, and no, screwed me, screwed everything. I played Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. It's an Infinity Ward Call of Duty, and Infinity Ward and not Infinity Ward, and they haven't been since Zampella and Co left.
So
And-
this is bad.
Well, the map.
Is that a step up from Ghost?
No, the map that it feels like Black Ops mixed with like Ghosts, kind of aim down sight, and it's just not. I prefer the Black Ops games. Black Ops games are the best in the series by a long, long way. The story's better in the campaigns. The multiplayers are genuinely more quirky and don't take themselves seriously. This just feels like, so we played Terminal. That was the map that they had on, which is the old Modern Warfare 2 map, and it didn't even feel like running around in Modern Warfare 2. It felt like I was running around in like a Ghost version with the Black Ops 3 jump button, and it was just like, this is just, everybody's playing for kills, and it's like, right, I'm buying Battlefield this year, and I've been a devout Call of Duty fan since I was like 17 years old.
That's a good point though. Was Battlefield there?
Battlefield didn't need to be there.
Yeah, but it's interesting that it wasn't.
EA won that.
Yeah, no, they really.
No EA presence at all. But I wasn't very impressed. If I bought, to be fair, I'd probably just wait and buy the standalone version of Modern Warfare Remastered because that's a Call of Duty game, and it's a Call of Duty game that I played hours of when I was a teenager, and I'd happily go back to and play, 10 years down the line. But yeah, just Infinite Warfare's caught a lot of flack, and off what I've played, it's fully deserving of it.
Oh wow.
You guys caught some footage of me playing it and claimed that I was engrossed.
Yeah, you were locked in.
Well, I mean, you
So-
died.
But yeah, it's a so-so experience. I noticed when I stood in the line and the people who were queuing around me to play it, and I was like, I've outgrown this. Maybe I am now the Battlefield audience. Maybe I do want a bit more substance to what I'm doing. I don't want the sweaty Mountain Dew drinking teenagers stood next to me stinking the
Hey,
joint up.
Mountain
like-
Dew.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
I'm
You might need
offended.
to-
Someone handed me a Mountain Dew earlier. I took 4 sips of it and put it in the bin.
Meanwhile, I
I was
just
like,
threw cans of it because it was free.
I'm above this. Be gone. But yeah, it's just Call of Duty, and Infinity Ward haven't impressed me since Modern Warfare 2, so swings and roundabouts.
This might be a good time for Scott because he didn't get to make it today. He's going
Yeah.
tomorrow. But is there any games that you want to know more about that we played?
Or that we haven't already told you
Or that we-
suck.
or that we
And
haven't,
there's
or
no
that we
point
haven't
going.
talked about maybe?
Well, the main game of interest to me is Breath of the Wild, but none of you guys have played that yet.
Yeah.
I know some of us are playing it tomorrow, which is exciting.
Mhm.
I'm also kind of interested in Paper Mario Color Splash, just out of curiosity, because, I just want to see what Nintendo's going to do with that series, because it didn't get much, it wasn't well received with its last game on the 3DS, and people have been really acring for oh, we want a new Paper Mario game that's not like Sticker Star, but like Thousand Year Door on the GameCube, which was an amazing game.
Yeah, it was.
And then Nintendo came out with Color Splash, and it was more in the spirit of Sticker Star, and then everyone was like, no, we don't want this. There were actually petitions to cancel this game. I'm not kidding.
Far out.
Oh yeah.
But that's actually on the show floor, not behind closed doors. You
Yeah.
could walk up to it and play it, and nobody was queuing to play it. Like the
Yeah.
Nintendo kind of section of the arena was pretty scarce.
Yeah.
Actually,
It was mostly young kids
Yeah.
when I was
Well,
walking past.
that's what you
They
expect.
did it-
It
they
was
did it.
Nintendo.
But at the same time, that's why we saw that there were games like that are maybe not out yet, and they're still coming. Obviously,
As far as I'm aware, there's only two, just Breath of the Wild and Color Splash.
yeah. So Color Splash that's what I mean. Breath of the Wild is walled off. It's security guarded. You cannot get in that
That's
room.
so stupid.
You need an appointment
Yeah.
to get in there, and we luckily,
Yeah.
thank God, managed to get one for tomorrow because there was nothing left today. And that is literally the only reason that we will both be going back tomorrow is to play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
There is no other reason to go back to that event.
Yeah.
After the day that we've had there, we spent I know you guys have been there a little bit longer. Me and Dan got there midday-ish.
Yeah. So
So we did 5 hours.
We disbanded at 12, and I got into Horizon at 1:15.
Yeah, well, on an overall, that's what I mean. I feel like I spent 5 hours there, and it was too long. I could have done it in 3. I could have, if there was no queues, like you got at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I was done in an hour.
You don't there's literally no. But to be fair, I want to see Breath of the Wild, but part of me doesn't want to see it running on Wii U. I don't want to see it running on Wii U. I'm not going to purchase it on Wii U. I'll buy it on the NX.
Yeah.
And I want to see how that all kind of fits together. But it's just I'd have thought they'd have announced that by now. To be fair, but
It was interesting because the Nintendo section was about the same size as say Logitech.
it's about the same size as this room.
Yeah.
It was the same size as like a Logitech or something
Yeah,
that was
small.
there.
Logitech is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then they had a massive Smash Bros. Just play area for people to go.
What else are they
They
going to
did.
show?
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Ball game thing.
Yeah,
Like
just for size. discrepancy.
There was the whole. It
Magic
wasn't
Space Force.
Nintendo so much as the Pokemon area.
That was over in the.
That was
other
in the other room where all the
Oh, yeah, was
esports.
Sun and
the
Moon
esports
there?
is
Sun and Moon playing?
They were doing
So-
the same PR combo that they did from E3, but it was the Australian PR chick that was doing it.
Right.
It was the same demo that was shown. They were like, oh hey, and this is like you guys are saying. It's basically everything we already know about the games. They're just going, do you know this? And now they're going, yes, I have the internet.
And then-
But do you know that? Yes, I've got the internet.
Just like E3, but with Australian accents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, did you know that Snorlax has got a Z move? I have the internet. I watched that in a flight terminal in Qatar.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be here to do it. Like I saw that happened. It's a thing. It's like yeah, their presence was pretty cool, but at least they had it.
Exactly.
Like we already said,
It was
Warner
quite.
Brothers.
It was quite a
Yeah.
large space, but it was very empty.
Yeah, and that's what really got. And Lauren, we've been every year together, haven't we?
Yeah.
Since I've been here, so
Yeah.
we've seen the gradual decline and
That's cute.
yeah. So, you can't say that, bitch. 13 was. This is awesome. New consoles
Great,
are coming.
yeah.
It's heaving. Everyone's everywhere. Everyone's so excited. The arena's packed. 14, first year of consoles, still a ton of games that haven't come out. So loads of games to queue for. That you think like Mortal Kombat stuff like that. That was all coming in the works. So there was huge presence. Last year we walked in and we're like, this is different. Where are the people?
Yeah.
Where's the Red Bull truck? Where's the dude with the big van, like blaring speakers, like playing music? He was kind of there this year, but it was
Yeah,
just
he
we
was.
walked past him and we were like, imagine being a DJ having to play to no one, and he was just like, not playing
He was
himself.
loving it though.
To be fair, that was before the session had even started.
Yeah.
Oh no, even during the
Even
session.
during the
there
session,
was
no one was
nobody
listening.
down there.
But it's gradually for me as an experience and an event that I think should have more acclaim and still be at the scale it was a few years ago, because it was something that I look forward to. Like within 3 hours today, I was like, I want to go home, get drunk, and go out and have fun with you guys, rather than us all being dispersed kind of around this
Step
arena.
one done.
Step one done. But I'm just happy it brings us all together. That's the
Yeah.
cool thing. Like when you've got people traveling in from other states. We haven't seen you for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're here now,
What
Dan.
happens when you
In the
live
flesh.
off
I've not
that
seen you
nowhere?
for 2 months, Dan.
Yeah.
I've seen you sooner than I've seen Lauren.
Yeah.
I've probably seen you more recently than I've seen Lauren. She lives like a couple of minutes down the
Yeah,
road.
step up your game.
Well, a bit more than
Step
that.
your
I'm
game.
sorry, God.
She works across the river from me.
I
You
do.
used to. You used to.
Oh yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
Probably
You used to
Forgot where
walk-
you were.
Used to be walking around.
That's not a good start.
walking around Miller's Point and seeing like Luna Park and be like, oh, hi Lauren.
Hey. I
All the
was
way across
crying.
the other side of there. But yeah, it's tomorrow. Let's see if it happens. Let's see how
Yeah.
silly
Yeah,
tonight
we won't,
is.
probably won't talk about highlights now because you guys might talk about that when you have enough day of.
Yeah, so I would say, if given that I expect us to be there in time for our appointment for Zelda tomorrow. Like I do genuinely want to play it. I'm bothered by how bad.
You
it's
think you'll
gonna
be there?
I'll keep my studies on. Don't talk to me too loud, thanks.
Shh. Then you just got Link going. Yeah.
Oh god! Oh,
That was great.
piercing. Oh.
But yeah, so we'll talk about that obviously in more
Yeah.
detail once we've done it. But
Indeed.
as a whole on the day for today, let down in terms of how it seems to be progressively getting smaller. Queues for games were bad. Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to be queuing for an hour.
I mean, it
and a
wasn't
half,
Battlefront
right?
like last year, right?
Well, that's what I mean. We queued an hour to play Battlefront last year, right?
Yeah, but that was right after.
Yeah, but that was right after a session. But think about Tomb Raider. So Rise of the Tomb Raider.
You took forever.
No, but me, Dan, and Alana queued at the same time last year to play, and we all went in together. We were queuing for about 40 minutes, 50 minutes, right?
Yeah, 25.
To play Rise of the Tomb Raider. Today, if I wanted to play Farming fucking Simulator, I had to queue for an hour, and it's like,
Yeah, they
no,
did.
what?
Apart
Do
from,
not
apart from
follow
like,
it.
apart from when you
College.
played Final Fantasy, and I think in the PlayStation era, there wasn't a lot of just walk up and
yeah,
play
you can't just go and pick
sections.
something up.
Well, there was a distinct lack of indie games as well.
Mm.
There was maybe like one group from a school way in the back, and you had to
Yeah.
go around everything to find it.
I took pictures of that. I went to that booth,
Mm.
and they were like, play our games. And I'm like, they look shit.
Yeah.
I actually have I have a theory, right? That maybe lesser staff resulting in longer lines might have been intentional to disguise the fact that there wasn't that much there, so that ultimately you'd spend longer focused on one thing rather than
Yeah, could be
doing
right.
all sorts of
Wandering around
things.
doing
Oh no,
nothing.
that's 100% not theory. That's just logical
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
That is exactly what
You could
happened.
be definitely right there. Yeah.
But it's like I say, it's good because it brings us all together.
Yeah.
And now we're going to stop talking to that thing over there, start talking to each other, drink more alcohol, have fun. It's good to have everybody in the same location for the first time ever,
Yeah.
except Alana, who's in Newcastle. But
It was a
she's-
fuck.
Single
she's,
tier.
she's around tomorrow, so Chunt, you'll get to see her before you go back to
Groovy.
Rocky.
Groovy.
Miss her again.
I'm glad she's not here. She's a bad influence on me.
It's the cider, right?
It's the side of Tax 2015, never forget.
Well,
Also,
Although
did
I
you-
try.
Alright. Thank you for watching coverage, guys. We'll see you again soon. Ciao.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.
Well done.
Great directing.
Chunt, how do you stop it?
Oh, it's-
Make me a drink. Pour me. Pour me.
Yeah, you'd think that
Pour me
this is
another.
the
Oh my